Hey, welcome to Evolution 2012. This is going to be it. We're starting off. My name is Ultra David.
I'm Magus1234, man. I'm excited. This is going to be crazy. We just took a glance at all the pools that we're going to be commentating in the opening night here, which is, of course, AE.
Yep.
And I think I see every character in the game already in there. So
Yeah, just about. And we're going to be running the A pools right now. It's 8 a.m., a.k.a. all of the A pools. And we're going to be bringing on matches from all the pools, so we're not going to have one individual pool being run or another. We're just going to have matches coming as they come, and, we'll see who we have up.
Right, so we're going to be surprised as well as you guys.
Yeah.
And it's going to be pretty interesting. I actually, on the walk up here and just seeing that crowd of people really put into perspective what is going on. Like, I don't know about you, but this is, I think, my 8th year of Evolutions, and it's really just like it's gotten to a point that's blown my mind. I think finally.
I mean, here we are at 8:30 in the morning, and the room is basically full.
Yeah,
already.
It's wild.
To see this thing on Sunday or just later today is going to be crazy.
Yeah, this is going to be. It's going to be pretty cool.
I mean, walking up here, you had to push through a few hundred people, probably
1,000 people.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy.
There was 2 lines that almost converged to one point. Yeah. That's how crazy it was, because there was the registration line that got so long that it was starting to enter the come into the room line for the pool. So yeah, it's really wild. There's a lot of people here. I'm trying to get over that.
Yeah, we've already made this 40,000 square foot room look a little small.
Yeah, it does. There's a lot of cool booths here too. Mad Cat's got a booth. Tech and Tag 2's over there. I'm looking at it right now.
Yep.
I'm really antsy to go play that too. So and it sucks because I'm gonna be staring at it. It's like right there. So now I'm just gonna want to play all day. But
yeah.
But I'm extremely excited. This is my first Evo actually ever commentating. So.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah.
Oh, so good, dude.
It's been a long road of Evos for me. So it's really an honor for me to be able to.
I'm really happy that you're on the mic, dude.
Yeah, with you, my first.
It's so sick.
Right on,
stuff,
man.
Dude.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm stoked.
Yeah, me too.
But so Haunts and Spooky are gonna do their magic over there. Shout outs to them, and they're gonna start feeding us matches. Again, we're gonna be kind of surprised as long as you guys. We're gonna try to stay a little ahead of the curve, so we'll let you know what's going on.
Yeah.
But if I could just shoot out some of the names that they're gonna see in this pool, just some picks.
Okay.
Ricky Ortiz is in A1. Tatsu, A2. Snake Eyes, A3.
All right.
Flo, Kyabitsu, Sabin, Momochi, Lud. KDZ, Marlin Pie, Lucky D, Scunchin, MOV, PR. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
This is just A.
Yeah.
And this was something I was actually talking about with some of my friends is, a lot of people are looking forward to Marvel, and they think that's going to be like the big, like, this is going to be the most exciting game. But if you think about how the skill level is and how stacked the pools are of AE, it's really going to be like the kind of like the peak of skill, I think, in Street Fighter right now.
Yeah, every one of the pools is going to be really hard to get out of. Even if you look at a pool and you don't necessarily recognize any of the players or more than one of the players, it's still going to be a tough pool because, as you were saying, it's we've been playing this game more or less for about 4 years now. It's had some tweaks, but it's basically the same engine, and people pretty much understand what to do. They might not know all of the little character ins and outs, but for the most part, people are skilled at this game, and it's going to be just a fight to get out of every single pool.
Yeah, see, that's kind of where I'm coming from, is you imagine that the people entering the tournament now, they're not people who are just picked. Of course there's going to be some people, but these are people who have probably played the game for a while. They feel fairly confident from the skills they've acquired up to now, and now Evolution's the time to kind of showcase their skills. So like you said, we're going to see, me and David personally are going to see a lot of players we might not know, and, we're kind of going to be flying, as it comes, but you guys might know them. So, don't take offense to the fact that we don't know them, but it's just going to be crazy to see all these people from, all over the country, all over the world.
Yeah.
And really see who's got it.
Yeah, there's a huge international contingent. About 400 and something international players are here at Evo, which is a record.
That's amazing.
Yeah, crazy. And a lot of those are in Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition version 2012. It's a very international game. It's the most international of the games that we have here today. And there are people from Asia and Central America and South America and Europe and Australia and North America. And that's going to be awesome to see. I'm really looking forward to as well the character variety. I'm expecting pretty big character variety here.
That's definitely going to happen. And like, we said earlier, just looking at it earlier, there was literally almost every character in the game from some of the top players that I'm looking at right now.
So we were just talking about the international flavor here, and we're actually going to start off with a match including an international player. It's going to be Kane Blue River from Chile.
Oh, yeah.
Against Scunchin.
Scunchin's a NorCal player. He's an ex-Sagat player. He kind of jumped ship after Vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of OG Sagat players are mad at him about that. But so he jumped ship with Sagat. He is now playing, Fei Long, and he stuck with him through the revision, even when he got nerfed. So we'll give him that.
Okay, all right.
And of course, like you said, Kane Blue River was actually at was it? He was in SoCal playing.
He's been in SoCal for about a month, actually. Yeah, he won a Marvel tournament back in Santiago, and with that money, he came to the U.S., and he's been training in the U.S. for about a month in Marvel and in AE and in Super Turbo and in King of Fighters. He's a talented player. He plays Balrog in this game. I've gotten quite a bit of matches with him. So
yeah, he's good.
He's a good player. He understands what to do.
I mean, I respect what he did, too, because he's like, hey, guys, like on Shoryuken. He's like, hey, guys, I'm coming to SoCal. Is there somebody I could, stay somebody's house I could stay at? Like, I'm going to be here for a month. I'm just trying to get good.
Yep.
And he plays Marvel, right, as well?
Marvel is his best
primarily,
game,
okay, because that's what
Marvel
I saw
and KOF are
I think
his best games.
Curly Mustache was what he was
doing.
And he was looking pretty solid. So
I'm telling you, he was pretty solid in that game.
Hagar,
he has Hagar, Hulk, and Sentinel with Rocket Punch.
It's a big body team, that's right.
Yeah, it's an interesting team. That'll be tomorrow. Maybe we'll see him, but right now we're going to see Super Street Fighter 4.
And you said Balrog, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be Balrog versus Fei Long, and that's going to be a tough one for Rog.
Yeah, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him play against Mago Fei.
Yeah.
Didn't go super well.
Right.
But Mago is an unusual case. Obviously, he's one of the best Feis in the world. And I don't know. I mean, maybe from that set, he's learned a little bit better what to do.
And especially playing a caliber player like that. I think definitely what we're going to be seeing, just to give a heads up for anybody watching, you're going to see a lot of the interactions come from Balrog's sweep, which is his crouching roundhouse, his farthest reaching poke and low. And it's going to be that interacting with Fei Long, trying to footsie that and punish Warekas. And then Balrog kind of playing on that and doing dash punches, trying to keep him honest at a far distance. Fei Long, his answer to that, of course, is focus attack. So there's going to be a kind of play in that, and then once that's established, I think we'll start to see them jump and go for mix-ups and a little more unsafe things. So
yeah, you're going to see a lot of threatening from Fei Long. That's kind of his style. Is not necessarily to be on you. It's to pick a spot on screen and then let you know that he's threatening with Rekkas and with crouching fierce and crouching strong and jump and all that stuff. And you really have to figure out a way to take account of all of those things. It can be rough. It can be rough to deal with him at that range.
It's very hard. He dominates that mid range more so than any character in the game. That's why he's considered one of the top 5 characters.
Yep.
Balrog, before all these console characters was introduced, Balrog was really good at that range. That's what's funny.
True.
So that's why this is going to be a frustrating match for Balrog players. And of course, Fei Long's crouching jab could almost punish the dash punches at those weird ranges.
Yeah,
so.
if he makes it unsafe, then if he does it too close, then he's screwed.
So a lot of things Balrogs have to be conscious about in this matchup. It should be interesting.
I think it's got to be button check. Kane Blue River actually does have a pocket evil.
Yeah, where's the HUD?
That's actually a pretty good point.
Yeah.
They might want to look into that.
Or is that just, I don't know.
No, I think that's an issue here.
That would be cool though, like if you just played like this.
Dude, it'd be playing like it's like the stun bar.
Right, you have no idea
guess.
what's going on. Yeah, I got pretty good at guessing though. You know?
Me too, for sure. But life is a different story.
Like it sucks though when you're commentating and you're like, all right, next hit he's stunned, and then he gets hit and they're not stunned.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You're like, oh.
But I always like making that prediction just in case.
Yeah, you have to, because if you get it right, you look like a pro.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Actually, somebody who's really good at that and really looked a lot into it was Ski Sonic. He actually scientifically broke down stun, and because he plays Fuerte, so he really looked into stun and the application of it. And apparently, there's different kinds of stuns and how what happens over your head and stuff. So kind of interesting, the way stun works in this game. It's not really just one way. There's actually a couple variations of how to get stunned. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know if it's retained throughout the history of this game, but it's all right. So
so this is a button check now. I guess they're not counting what they just did.
That one didn't count as a button check
because there was no HUD.
Right.
Exactly.
You never know.
That totally makes a difference.
And I don't think there's probably only one Hakan player in this whole tournament. And I see Chemo here, which is awesome. That means he's a NorCal Hakan player who's amazing. So hopefully we're going to see him later.
Just as an aside, you know who else is playing Hakan?
Huh.
Jason Wilson.
Jason Wilson, really?
Yeah, and I heard stories that he's real good with him.
Wow, that's interesting. Hakan's scary in the first 10
so
seconds of the
good.
match. He's scary. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to play him very differently.
Very differently.
So after this match, I see that we have some other players sitting down over there. I see Lud, DMG Lud.
And there's actually Chemo. So, he's
really?
lined up to play. Yeah, either that or he's just watching. So I'm not sure what that is. So
I think that's the next player's lineup right there.
Wow.
I also see Happy Tang, aka Kai, and the Forte player from
and then
SoCal.
that's Chemo, Pavo, KDZ, and somebody I do not recognize.
Indeed.
But a lot of killers.
Yep. Oh, he's going to go with Sagat here.
So that's an interesting pick. I guess he wants to make the match even easier. I don't know.
I don't know. I actually feel like ROG doesn't do that terribly against Sagat.
I would think that ROG players would care to disagree with that, but in reality, you're probably right.
Yeah.
So let's see how this one plays out again. It's going to be a little different. Standing roundhouse, standing light kick from Sagat, and low tiger shots. Yeah. And he's going to try and test Kane and see, just basically, this is like information every fireball right now, because it's too early to really tell what kind of players these guys are.
Oh, he could have let that rip.
Yeah.
I also really like earlier on when Scunchin did the stand medium kick over the crouching roundhouse. Kane is really going to have to remember that that's an option for him.
Yeah, that's a great counter to crouching roundhouse, too. Oh, nice anti-air. But he does not get the second follow-up and resets the distance, too, right back in the middle of the screen.
Nice.
That's a big victory for Sagat.
I really like taking control with that stand jab there.
Oh, man. Anti-air focus attack is good versus Balrogs. It's a good way to test him, too.
There you go. Kane's got a chance now. He's in the corner. Oh, tried for okie doke.
Good block. None of that. Not an Evo, man.
No punish on it, though. He can
And-
trade?
oh,
no,
no
he lost
trade
his charge.
He's got him in a corner, though.
Okay.
Nice.
This is a great situation. Wow, you know what?
Oh, that's brutal.
He was looking for wake up DP, I bet, and instead Scunchin knew that that's what he was looking for.
I don't
and
know
threw.
why he would worry about anything. I would have pressed my offense. He had no meter.
Right.
Sagat really would have to just take a huge guess to do anything. As he does, wow, that's that big guess we're talking about. I guess early on, though, it's not that bad. So a lot of people are big fans of early DPs, too, because it kind of sets the tone.
Exactly. Well, this is actually a pretty good situation for Kane Blue River now.
Yeah, he's playing great. He pushed him all the way into that corner. There's that reversal, though. Scunchin just put him on a lead right there.
You know what? He does like doing that, to be fair. He's done that a lot when we've played.
I don't agree with just using that as a move. He's going to land this Ultra, keeping him in the corner. It's not going to kill, but he has basically free Oki right here, which is a wake-up game.
Yeah, huge positional advantage.
Yeah.
Oh!
Nice.
Wow, that's a risky jab right there.
That was a risky jab, but that is the answer to break focuses with Balrog, is mash on jab, or time a lot of jabs, I should say, you know. Especially when you jump in. That's why I was saying anti-air focus is a good test to Balrogs, because if they don't jab out of it when they land, then you know you can kind of abuse focus versus them. Caught him on a backdash right there. Again, in the corner instantly. Scunchin has had no time to really establish himself.
Yeah, and I think Balrog does really well in this situation. I don't think this is easy for Sagat to get out of.
Definitely gonna out-footsie Sagat. Sagat's gonna have to outthink him.
Wow, I don't understand the headbutt right there.
Oh, nice combo right there. 3-hit full screen combo.
He had a predictive jump on the other side of the screen, and against Sagat, that's not a great option.
But
oh, he didn't get the link.
I like that he went low there, though. He's not stubborn and just going with that overhead till it works.
So, yeah, I was just about to say, Kane Blue River is not a reactions player. He doesn't really have those strong reactions, so he's just trying to guess that Ultra.
Well, he could have listened, too, because Scunchin was doing button feints, so I know in NorCal that's really big, because a lot of us complain about people listening, so we've just kind of adapted a style where we hit buttons loudly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Coming out, wow, he didn't...
Are you serious?
I'm not sure what that roundhouse was supposed to be.
I have no idea. I can't think of anything with roundhouse that would be beneficial at that point.
I don't know, yeah.
Unless he was trying to taunt before he died.
So game one goes to Scunchin. I think Kane Blue River had some good situations for himself, but unfortunately with that guess Ultra and then the whatever that was at the end.
Yeah, he's definitely like putting Scunchin on a lot of reads, and he's not playing the match as kind of as scientifically as you should. He's getting him to the corner, which is the hard part, oddly enough. Because if you can pressure Sagat into the corner and fight him, you've won, half the battle right there. But
yeah, I feel like this is a great situation for him, but he's been blown out of it each time.
Right, he's just not opening him up. And this is the perfect way to fight out of a corner. Anybody who tells you is a fireball vet is throw lots of fireballs when you're in a corner and make them do. Yeah, you have to. That's fine. You took the jump in. You have to do that as a fireball player.
Wow, got him.
Ultra?
Yeah. I also really like Scunchin throwing those fireballs because he saw already that Kane is a guest player when it comes to using the Ultra to go through fireballs. He's not reaction style.
Oh, yeah.
So you know what happens? He feels comfortable.
Right. You know what happens when they screw up one guest like that with Ultra? They don't want to do it the rest of the fight. So.
Exactly. So now it's match point for Scunchin.
Kane's got to make something happen.
Angry Scar.
He's really got to work that standing jab and roundhouse more. No punish there, yep.
Oh, no, another missed link.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we are going to be seeing some types of players that do get nervous in big tournaments like this. And so, you know, sometimes the execution's not going to be on par as to what they typically are.
Oh, this is Kane's first Evo.
Yeah, it's got to be nerve-wracking for him. Playing on stream your first match, I mean, that's tough.
That's true.
He's working, though. Good tech.
Yeah, I appreciate that block. I think that was real smart.
No fireballs coming from Scunchen. The one fireball he throws, Kane was ready. I would have liked to see a jump in roundhouse ultra if he had the skills to do that. Very hard, though. He's guessing.
I mean, he has seen already that Scunchen had the block on that 3 or 4 times. And for him to bet essentially winner's bracket on that overhead was a little risky. It didn't work out.
Well,
he goes to losers.
Yeah, he goes to losers. Scunchen takes it. And, you know, if he had lost to a Balrog, he would have been pretty mad at himself because we have about 6 really good Balrog players, including now PR Balrog in Northern California. So it was one of those things where, you know, tough for Kane. First Evo, had fun on a big screen, but it could be nerve-wracking, and he ran into a guy who knows the matchup.
Well, you know, like I was saying, his main games here are Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and KOF. So maybe he's gotten his stream jitters out of the way now.
That's good, yeah. That's definitely good.
You know, for him, it's better to have happened on Street Fighter than for the other 2 games.
I think so too. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I would love to play my non-main games on stream.
Right?
I would just think this is awesome because I'm just gonna hit buttons.
Whatever.
Yeah, and you can't do anything about it. But yeah, playing your main game on stream, especially first match, that's tough. It's tough. Yeah. Like it's nerve-wracking. You know, I talk to a lot of players who are kind of newer in this scene, and we talk about, you know, hey, maybe we can get you on the big screen to play. And there are, you know, a lot of them are like, man, I don't know if I want to be in front of like thousands of people playing my matches. Like, you're putting yourself out there, you know, but hey, that's what you got to do.
That's what you got to do. If you want to win nowadays, it means you're going to be on stream at some point. You got to get used to it.
You do.
Yeah.
So sitting down, it was Lud. And
yes, Lud's coming up.
Maryland player, I believe.
Yeah, DMG Lud.
DMG Lud. This guy is awesome. He's a huge Chun-Li fan. He plays Chun-Li in every single game.
Yeah.
As did I, pretty much. Any game that I thought she was good. I think it was like
you thought she was good.
Alpha, Third Strike, what was it? Street Fighter 4.
Oh, you're really going out on a limb with these picks, huh?
Yeah, it's really crazy.
He plays her in Marvel even.
That I have to respect. He's actual fan. Yeah. I'm just a Fairweather fan.
Yeah, okay.
So. But yeah, like you said, that's what I was leading to, is that he actually plays her in Marvel, which is crazy. So, but we're gonna see probably the best US Chun, which is Lud. And it's a treat to see. I love the way he plays. Very fast thinker. Yeah. And he comes from Maryland, so he really understands the footsie style. Because I know over there, they really respect and hold that in high regard. That's true. Because a lot of them come from a CBS2 background.
Exactly.
So I love that. That is my favorite aspect of fighting games. And I think that encompasses what Street Fighter is about. So
I totally agree with you. So I'm looking forward to seeing him play.
Yeah,
I'm not sure who his opponent is, unfortunately. I wish I could tell you.
I do not either.
Wish I had a little bit of info.
Yeah. We don't actually get to see any of the overlays or anything on here either, huh?
I mean, I think we're supposed to, but we don't. Hey, Chris, this is off. So hopefully we'll get that.
We'll get it
figured out.
It's the first couple hours. You know, it's going to be figured out as we go.
That's how
for
it goes,
us too, man.
Yeah.
So I really, you know, I tried to do as much research as I could coming in here, so I didn't want to be surprised by players. But you just look at a list and you're like, this is not happening.
Yeah, for
you know, like, I wish there was an easier way, but there is just so many players. Like, if this was like a 300-man tournament, I might being able to see like a month of work. I could really come into it knowing everybody.
Could do that.
But
I mean, you know, even at majors that we go to, most majors, I feel like I'll pretty much know most people.
Yeah, definitely you should too, because like, you know, you've been around.
I travel all around.
Yeah.
But at this one with 1,500 players in the Street Fighter 4 bracket, there are going to be guys I don't know, man.
They are a lot of guys I don't know. Yeah, me and Keith were actually talking about that too, how a lot of the earlier evolutions when you went there, you basically knew everybody.
Oh, yeah.
It was like 200 people, and you could be like, oh, yeah, that guy's from there, that guy's from there. But now, not so much, but it's a lot more exciting. You know, oh, there we go, perfect, awesome. Wow, those overlays are beautiful. Shout outs to, you know, Spooky, Hans, Martin, Chris, all the guys who came together and made this. That looks really good.
Yeah, there you can see the room that we're looking at. Not too many people watching, and that's pretty usual for Evo, especially in the first 2 days. People are pretty much here to play and hang out until semis at night and then finals on Sunday. Other than that, the chairs are pretty much go empty.
Right. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. And also the fact is, you know, we're going to see a wide variety of play in skill level. And, you know, not to take anything away from the guys, but, like, there are people that are just going to be garbage at this game playing people who are insanely good. It's what happens in pools. It's the nature of the game, especially with the seeding system.
Sure.
So it will happen, but we'll get you through it. And we'll try and educate you while we do it. So after, well, I can tell them after, it looks like Happy Tang and Chemo are going to play in what it might be the wonkiest match of the night. Yeah, that's going to be a circus act right there.
The world's only tournament Fuerte versus Hakan match?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that matchup before.
Well, I have.
Well, of course. How does that play out?
Having played Hakan, it's a really weird match. I personally think that Hakan does really well in it, but we'll have to see. There's some interesting tech there. So it looks like Lud's opponent is going to be an Adon player.
That is frustrating as a Chun-Li player because of the angles that Adon's going to be attacking at. Chun-Li's biggest weakness is the fact that she can't anti-air as effectively as other characters. The ground game is hers.
Yeah.
Like, nobody can take that away from her. She's the fastest, or second fastest walk speed. Some of the best pokes in the game. The airspace, though, and who's good in the airspace? Adon. This is going to be tough.
Definitely. And he's no slouch on the ground either. That stand roundhouse and a couple of other options are both really good, too.
Definitely. Standing medium kick is going to be the... See, if he starts doing standing medium kicks in reaction to those Jaguar kicks, this match will be his.
Okay.
But that is so tough. And hitting that neutral medium kick button, which on you always feel like you're putting yourself out there.
Well,
nice.
I feel like what he really wants to do is be standing. Yeah, you can see he wants to be standing just outside of Jaguar kick range.
Yes.
Exactly. He actually has backdashed a couple of times when he was worried about being in that range.
Right. He is definitely going to play the distance all the way to a corner. Dashes up to get himself some more distance. He's playing good. And that neutral jump roundhouse. Oh, yeah, that's an amazing move. Wow. Okay. That works, too, then. It could have been a mistime from Adon, but that the standing fierce does have a strange hitbox. It kind of crouches her a little in the back.
That's true. Oh, man. Nice reactions by Lud. He had that.
Yeah.
But now, okay, here we go. His opponent's coming in. Has a corner situation. Tried for the instant overhead on Chun.
And Oscar gets tick throw right there. Good stuff from Lud. He played the match, exactly how I thought it was going to play out. I'm surprised we're not seeing more just straight footsies from Oscar. Like, just suck it up and do it. Sometimes you have to do that as a player. And there it is. Nice bait right there.
No, his character has great buttons.
That was a really good sequence, too. Standing roundhouse, he tried to punish it, hard to punish move, and then he just crouching fierce right after it. And here comes Lud on the offense.
Wow, he is playing offense. I'm a little surprised. He did so well in the zoning game. Huge risk.
Yeah, I agree. That was a big risk, didn't FADC it or anything. And like you said, it's also, I think Lud kind of got a read on the guy's skill, and maybe that's why he's pressing it.
You know what, you're probably right. He was playing how he would play against an Adon who he thinks is in full command of what to do. But
absolutely agree.
That's one of the things about getting reads. You have to understand how to play against the individual person, not just the character.
Yes, and the individual person is so important in these games. And you explained it perfectly. Like if you find out the guy is really good, you don't want to lose a round instantly. So you have to respect the guy first.
Yeah.
In this game,
very
unlike Marvel. I think in Marvel you want to disrespect the guy first.
I totally agree too.
Yeah. Oh, there's that crouching fierce again. He should go back to that. Nice combo.
All right, just getting in there. I like him getting in here. He has to try to maintain this corner. No, he's had that wake up crouch jab, not even crouch check, a few times now.
Oh yeah, and the very basic mix-up that Chun-Li does have, the kind of jump fierce, fierce, or empty jump short. That three-way mix-up that she has, very simple but extremely effective, and it kind of self-option selects. So basically, if they do, big punish.
It's not often that Chun-Li gets that kind of damage, so that's great for Lud.
Yeah.
Wow, he tried meaty DP. This guy's getting a little hurried here.
I'm surprised he's not dizzy yet. Might see it right here.
Oh,
he went for some fancy crouching fierce lightning leg combos right there. Not a good sign when you see a Chun-Li player miss that, though.
Well, I don't think he's too concerned about this at this point.
No,
he's at match point. He has a big life lead. He's been able to take it each time.
Yeah, he's anti-airing with neutral roundhouse now. That's a slow anti-air, so he's doing pretty good. He's got this guy figured out. Barring some ultras, Lud should be able to walk away with this one.
Oh, there's really no reason for him to do much other than hang out at this spot on screen.
Yep. But now that Oscar's been playing this pure footsies, he's actually doing pretty good.
Right. Obviously, this is better for him.
Yeah.
But he needs to hope that Lud makes mistakes right now.
Oscar actually has really good reactions, I've noticed. It's a shame he didn't play this way from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what he's basically doing is like, nice crouching fierce. I almost want to say you can land an ultra after that like Cammy, but I don't think so. There's that standing medium kick. Lud takes it, advances. Oscar sent to losers. But
I like kind of what Oscar was doing in the second half of that round. He was hoping that Lud would come in and make a mistake and basically give the round to Oscar. And, he had a ton of time to try and see whether that would work out. He tried it for a good 20, 30 seconds.
That's a skill a lot of players do not have, is when you're winning is to kind of just, or even if you're losing, is to look at that clock and be like, you know what, 40 seconds is a lifetime in Street Fighter. I'm just going to walk back and see if this guy can hang himself.
Yeah, I've seen it happen a ton of times.
Oh, man, I've seen the best players basically kill themselves because they just want to end the match and they're not used to somebody running away. So
yeah, that's right.
It was interesting. Like I said, I really liked Oscar's reactions at the end there. which is a shame because if you have good reactions, you should be playing a footsie match, but, you know, it didn't work out.
Right.
But
well,
go ahead, man.
Yeah, Oscar going into losers and Lud staying on in winners, and now we're going to move on to the next one, which is what we had introduced a little bit earlier. It's going to be Kai, a.k.a. Happy Tang from SoCal, Fuerte player from early vanilla times, who took you know, a year and a half off from the game, and he's only recently come back and started playing Street Fighter 4 again more seriously, just literally a month ago. Yeah. And we've seen him at Wednesday Night Fights, and he's been doing pretty well. I mean, he still has a pretty good solid command of his character.
Why do I feel like Fuerte's like riding a bike, though?
Yeah, I know.
He's kind of, you know, Fuerte's one of those characters, man. So you're going to be seeing a lot of splash mix-up with Hakan, a lot of, you know, once he gets a knockdown, it's gonna be really rough for Hakan because Hakan's defensive options, you know, they're good when he's oiled, but when he's not, are extremely limited. So
the thing about this match is that Hakan gets serious punishes on all splashes. He can just do he can combo into slide off any blocked splash, and then on any knockdown, he gets extremely strong wake-up games on El Fuerte. El Fuerte with very poor wake-up options.
Right.
And if Hakan has Ultra 2, that makes anything like Tortilla or Splash a lot riskier.
Yeah, I hope he picks Ultra 2. He probably has to. So.
Me too.
Yeah.
And if you have Ultra 2, you can, please do Ultra 2.
Do it. Oh. That is already telling me he doesn't know this matchup.
I think you're right.
No, we have like a couple Southtown players who play Fuerte, but not at the caliber that Kai does. Kimo's a very savvy Hakan player, though. And, you know, you expect kind of El Fuerte's offense to dictate the match and see what Kimo does about it. I wouldn't be surprised if Kimo's the one dictating the offense and Kai's going to be the one that have to figure it out. Oiled Hakan, here we go. He does have that ability to dash out of focus attack and attack right there. You can see that. Very unique to him.
Oh, man. Okay, he's getting... I see the mix-up he's going for. They're a little crazy now. Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah. Wow, he completely phased through that backdash.
The weird thing about this match is that Hakan, Fuerte does not really have the strongest focus breakers. There you see one of them just stand roundhouse in the air, or on the ground. Man, now if he had Ultra 2, this would be very risky for Kai. Actually, I mean, any blocked splash is also Ultra 1.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I know the range is not very good, and here we go. Kai just taking care of Kimo, no problem, really.
Actually, Hakan's Ultra 1 has the longest range of any grab.
I don't believe that for a second.
In fact.
I do not believe that for a second.
We'll test it later.
Yeah, I will
guarantee
money that it just stopped.
Okay, fine.
Maybe in some, you know, textbooks, and I'm not a textbook kind of guy. All right, so here we go. Man, this is going to be brutal to watch.
You know, he has such strong options when he's oiled. Now that he's not, he has really terrible wake-up options. And Kai is really taking advantage of that. In fact, he's probably close to stun at this point.
And he is taking care of him. No oil. He's going to have to find a time to try to bait him.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful timing by Kai right there.
Kai totally not worried about anything here.
Yeah. And one of the things, you know, about Kai, being a third side player, is he's one of those guys who knows when to gamble, you know, and he can read you like a book. So you have to respect, like old school third side players, you really have to respect their ability to read you and know what you're going to do.
The whole reason he's playing Fuerte is because of that. He wants to play the style of Street Fighter that's very read heavy. That's what he enjoyed about Third Strike. And so he picks up Fuerte, who in this game is probably the most read heavy character.
Oh, definitely. And you know, Kai's one of the like famous things that Kai's does is that EX run stop on your wake up, and then he waits for a second. Oh, he did Ultra 2. And then he does EX guacamole grab. That's like Kai's famous thing. He's like always a psychic about it. Like, it's really cool. So Kimo corrected himself.
Yeah, I think this is a much better option, and I really want to see him try to get in. I think he's so good at when he's trying to get in this match. I really think he should be dictating it, but he's just not able to.
Well, Kai is not letting him. He's using that standing roundhouse, which is his focus breaker. He's sending that message saying, look, the one weapon you get, which is your focus dash cancels, I'm taking that away.
But he has such strong footsie normals, and I haven't seen that at all from Hakan so far.
The biggest we've always said, like Kimo's biggest downfall is that defensively, he's not a great player.
Okay.
And you need to have good defenses as a grappler.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with Hakan.
Yeah. He's oiled, stacking the oil. Of course, when you're oiled, you get access to more damage, or is it more defense? Nice.
Yeah, it's both.
It's both, right. And there's the uncrouchable grab setups. Kai just caught him.
He knew it.
He knew it. I don't like guessing versus Kai. I had the honor of playing his Fuerte in vanilla Street Fighter 4 in a tournament, and he knows what you're gonna do.
Right. Oh, now let's see if he just goes in. Oh my God.
He was trying to bait that backdash right there. That is kind of like a funky option. Not really an option select, but you can mash throw essentially. So.
Got him. All right. Now he's got to worry about. Nope.
He's guessing. Yeah.
Nope.
Oh man.
Well, he could have done a lot better than that as a punish, but. Let's see if Kimo can get something here. He has such good options.
Yeah, he throws him away to get oiled. I mean, even unoiled, he has great wake-up options.
He really does.
Yeah.
Is he going to oil up again? Yeah, I guess that's his style.
He's a very...
Oh, got him
that's
finally.
big damage. Goes for the uncrouchable tech setup right there.
Yeah, not a combo. Oh, he could have killed him.
This is big. Kimo might make a comeback right here. Slide FADC. He has to watch out for Ultra 2, though. Kai has great reactions. Oh, and he didn't FADC.
No, he can jump. Oh, yeah.
Backdash.
Yeah.
Wow, he spaced that perfectly.
I thought he was going to jump. Backdashing, I thought was a little risky
That
against
was
Ultra 2.
extremely risky, especially for a match point.
Yeah.
Ooh, get out of there. And again, there's that FADC. Tick grab. Kimo on the offense. Here we go. Has he figured something out?
I like what he's doing. He's being more offensive about this.
Yes, you're right.
And Kai doesn't know how to get out of that setup. All you have to do is mash crouching something.
Kimo's making it happen in the NorCal.
Ooh, what a comeback from Kimo.
Kimo is ready.
He just turned it on.
He really did. His Hakan just picked it up a notch right there, and the NorCal guys are getting hyped for him. Maybe that energized him, man. He had to wake up, though, and that was tough. He almost lost. And now Kai, he might pick Gouken.
I think that'd be a huge mistake, personally.
Really? You think, interesting. No, he's going to go for Fuerte. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's smarter to stay with Fuerte.
And he switched his Ultra. I don't know why, because I feel like Hakan almost never jumps. But
I don't think that's necessary. But
yeah. I actually think Ultra 2 is better, just for the random mashing factors.
I agree. Yeah.
But Kimo on a great ending. I feel like he kind of picked up on Kai's style. And like you said, switching to offense seemed to be the key.
That's what you have to do, I think.
An offensive Hakan, though, is risky. I don't know. It's weird. Usually I would prefer a style like you described, is footsie oriented and then, working the Oki. He's almost the opposite. He's really like mix-up oriented and then just doesn't do any Oki.
Right. Oh, he didn't wake up with Ultra 2 this time, but you know Kai's thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
There's the slide.
He's going to have to. Oh, wow, he did not respect Kimo right there.
No, he's just guessed wrong each time, unfortunately.
Oh, nice punish, too, by Kai. Stuns him. This is not good. When Kimo is forced to guess, he is losing.
Yeah. Is that going to be it? Yeah. So when you're next to Hakan as he's getting up, it's just a straight 50-50. Is he going to wake up with the Ultra 2, which beats all backdashes and anything in the air, or is he going to do the EX SPD, which beats everything on the ground? It's a terrible mix-up to be in, but Kai has had it each time.
Every single time he's read it right. And Kimo's got to be frustrated, grabs him out or whatever. This is the offensive chance that Kimo was looking for to stay in this. Wow, I don't know what that was about. Maybe a preemptive focus attack that he tried to let go and instead got the dash. But that's big. He still got him in a corner, though. Where's that neutral jump? Oh, and he gets grabbed out of his tick setup right there.
Oh, no.
Now he's just playing antsy. I don't like that.
He has not guessed right.
Wow, he neutral jumped. Oh, man.
He just has a throw for the punish. Could have been stronger.
Kimo. Oh!
Ooh, that actually might kill him.
No, just a little bit left.
Oh, he had free chip against Fuerte.
He had free chip with the slide. This is big. Oh, we tried to set up an Ultra right there.
And you know Kai's looking for the slide right now, so I hope he doesn't bring it out quite yet. Or do oil, because at any point there could be a wall jump into a punish of an oil.
Oh, did he get him? It looked a little, late.
So it's going to go all the way down to the wire in this one. Match point for both.
Yeah, Kimo has to be, for once in his life, be happy that Hakan has such a small jump arc, because it just saved him right there. Great reactions from Kai, just a little too late.
He tried for the air throw there. I don't really think that's a great option against Fuerte.
Oh, man, he just splashed himself into the corner.
Oh, no, he was not fast enough on the punish.
No follow-up. Instead, he opts to get oil.
That's fine.
It's an option, yeah. Oh,
that was so smart.
That was really smart. Now, what can Kimo do? Kai might be looking for a wall shot. Yep.
Oh, got him. Nice read by Kai.
I don't like the position Kimo's in. He hasn't been acting well on the ground.
This has been a terrible situation for him. Okay.
He finally picked the EX grab and it paid off. It's more even than it looks.
Oh, yeah.
And Hakan does huge damage if he lands any, focus attack hits or anything like that.
Hakan is basically a combo and a grab or 2 grabs away from winning this.
Yes. Nice backdashing. Very good slick footsies from both these guys.
Oh, that's a risk.
Guess. That was a big guess. I wonder if he could oil coaster that roundhouse.
Yeah, he can.
Okay. He is guessing. Wow, he just gambled it right there.
Uncrouchable setup? No, okay.
No, he just opts for oil. He wants to play this more defensively, it looks like.
Oh, he had a free whiff punish.
Oh,
nah, he's got him
that time.
Perfect timing by Kai. He's going to take this game and this set.
That's a tough break for Kimo. He just didn't look experienced in that matchup, but Kai, great, put him on a great read the whole set, I believe.
Yeah, he really did. Like I was saying, when you're next to Hakan as he's getting up, and especially as Fuerte, you have to guess just as much as the opponent does.
Yeah, that's right.
Because if you're on the ground, you can get grabbed, and if you're anything else, you can get Ultra 2'd.
Right.
But Kai just had that consistent guess correctly.
Exactly. I think the biggest difference, too, is Kai committed to his options. You know, I feel like Kimo was kind of debating his options in his head. Like, should I? He wasn't just, like, waking up and doing something. He, like, looked and then kind of did something. And you can't react to Fuerte that easily, so just commit to what you are putting him on. And Kai, way more of a vet than Kimo. You know, Kimo's, I think he's only been around like a couple years. Kai's been around forever, so. Yeah,
Kai, as you were saying, longtime third strike player. This is not anything new to him.
And he doesn't give a darn. He's just going to do what he feels, you know, and that's his strong point,
yeah,
as we saw.
For sure.
All right, so KDZ, Kid Disaster, is up from Philly. Really good player. I believe he's Empire.
Well, thanks to Broken Tier for supporting us here at Evolution 2012. You can see a selection of their shirts right there. They are also here in the building. You can take 10% off of everything with or at brokentier.com.
Yeah, Kugi was actually nice enough once upon a time to send me some shirts. I didn't, you know, I was like, no, man, I don't like the idea of getting stuff for free too. Because I'm always like, you know, people are like, why don't you give me homie prices on an item? I'm like, why don't you pay homie prices? You know, pay more.
For sure.
Support your company, man. So,
sure.
But yeah, he sent me some shirts. So that was really cool of him. I'll always support Kugi.
Yeah.
He's a longtime game player himself. So
yeah,
it's dope to see, man.
Former Evolution top 8 in Guilty Gear.
In Guilty Gear, right? And that new Guilty Gear is going to be coming out. I know he's psyched about it too.
Yeah, for sure. I know a lot of people who are psyched about that game.
I definitely am. We're gonna find out this guy's name. KDZ is a Rufus player.
Yeah.
And he's good. Like,
he is good.
He's really good. So it should be interesting to see what this guy's gonna have. You know, first match Evolution on the big screen. The last character I'd want to fight is like a Seth or a Rufus. But
I believe he was a Caliber player and then began playing Street Fighter 4. And since Caliber 5 came out, I know he's been practicing that a lot.
Yes.
So I'm not sure whether he's been in the Street Fighter 4 training room lately.
He is extremely knowledgeable about Soul Calibur too. Like, I've heard him commentate matches, and he is very analytical, very intelligent about that game and his approach. Yeah. I don't think he necessarily approaches Street Fighter with that same fervor, but he enjoys the game. I know, just like a lot of us, the games almost don't even matter at this point. It's just about the competition. You know?
Absolutely.
We want people to play, and that's kind of what it's about. You know, that's what Evolution's about, man. It's about coming, even if you're from, you know, someplace where you have no comp, you can come here and really see what you're made of.
That is definitely what it's all about.
Okay, so actually KDZ's gonna go with Abel.
Okay.
He might have seen Taco Man pick Ryu and then counter-picked with Abel instead, because I know it's a very tough match for Rufus. So.
Yeah, I think that is what happened actually. So he's going with Abel, which is a good choice against Ryu. He's got a lot of options to deal with fireballs. He has great footsies himself, and obviously if he gets a knockdown on Ryu, that can be a really dangerous situation for Ryu to get out of.
Right. Abel is one of these unique hybrid grappler characters. He's going to be using a lot of pokes. Nice.
Nice reaction.
Nice. A lot of dashing in, and the setup begins once he gets point blank. That's where Abel wants to live.
And you saw a crouch tech in there. Yeah, nice. I like him going to the throws here because we've seen already crouch tech, crouch tech.
Yeah, and he just did stand tech right there, so I respect that.
Yeah,
but,
no, that's an option, man. You got to make sure that the opponent knows you have that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you see him waiting, looking for Dragon Punch.
That was smart, but I think at this point, KDZ should just press the offense and finish this match. Taco Man is playing very nervous, it looks like, and you know, he's just not sure of what buttons to hit.
He's gonna get Ultra on this, and now it becomes very risky for Ryu to throw a fireball. KDZ, I know, has good reactions. Oh, he didn't bring it out there.
He didn't right there, but he should have.
He should have.
Right. That was the whole point of him focusing those fireballs. Basically get an early Ultra.
Yeah, of course, Abel's Ultra is great for going through fireballs. It goes through from about 3/4 screen.
And it's not so much about damage at that point. It's really just about representing the fact that I have an invincible 3/4 of the screen bionic arm that you have to do something about, you know?
Right. Wow, he's really been trying to get maximum damage out of the Hurricane punishes. You can just do a straight crouching strong, but he's been trying to get fancier stuff.
Yeah, I think KDZ kind of feels like this is one of those matches where he's might have a skill advantage, so he's just kind of hustling his way to the finish line, but you gotta watch out in this game, man.
Yeah, I really don't like some of Taco Man's ideas so far. There have been way too many Hurricane kicks, and yeah, he hasn't been punished, but that's because KDZ's been nice.
Ooh, and look at the distance on that. I can't believe that hit, but it really does go 3/4 screen, huh?
Yeah.
Decent damage right there.
Well, he's one mix-up away from taking this, and he backs off. Oh.
Yeah, he's just mixing up high-lows.
Oh, that's a mass Dragon Punch, folks.
Well, that was almost genius, though. But yeah, KDZ got him, and he's got his lokes on there. He's looking smooth. Yeah, I don't like that.
No need for sunglasses off?
Not yet. You know, as a player, you really want to take those sunglasses off because you're like, I just want to beat him, so he has to take them off.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't take them, then you're like, man, I'm a sunglasses guy kind of guy. So Taco Man switching it up to another Shoto, Ken. And he's got fire on his uppercut, so maybe that'll maybe that'll make
a big deal.
Yeah.
No, I mean he has interesting pressure setups on Abel, so maybe he'll try more for the offensive game. Certainly his zoning game did not really work out for him.
Didn't, and the jumping hurricane kick is going to give Abel nightmares. So let's see if Taco Man implements that in his game plan. Again, first match against a well-known player, it's tough, you know.
Yeah.
And this guy at home, he could be like the champ of champs, you know,
right.
wherever he's from. But
so he's played it almost the same game so far, but with Ken.
He's a hurricane kick monster, and you know somebody has to be.
Yeah, KDZ insists on trying for the best situation here, rather than just getting the free damage. I guess, yeah.
Taco Man really needs to match that DP. I think now's the perfect time. He hasn't actually done it that much, surprisingly. Even
Only once.
He's doing a lot of random hurricane kicks. Which, I don't know, maybe are good for Abel in some sense, but no? Yeah.
No.
And it broke the focus with it. Great.
He tried EX Rekka.
Yeah, now he's working with high-low mix-ups right there.
I think he tried to come in for the Kara throw, but did not get it. This is just great pressure. And
it's relentless right now. I really want to see some of those flaming uppercuts, though. Oh, that could have been a setup for a flaming uppercut right there.
You like those flames?
I love those flames. I mean, it's Ken. It's not the same if you don't see them, so.
Do it!
Yeah, just do it mid-screen. Catch the bicycle kick. I mean, he really should start doing it, though, in the sense that he needs to stop KDZ from hitting buttons because he's just going in and doing what he feels like.
Right.
But the hurricane kick works, too. We can go back to that. Oh, this is going to be, brutal mix-up. No Anya.
KDZ not looking worried.
No, not at all.
Ooh, just in case of Dragon Punch, he tries the roll. I respect it, but like you were saying, Taco Man has only brought that out once. That reversal Dragon Punch.
Yeah, I don't know why, too. Versus Abel, you think, like, man, I'm just going to mash uppercuts.
Ooh, he just was doing sweep?
Yeah, I put him on a read on I'm not backdash. I don't know, man, but I'm reaching.
Oh, he tried grab.
Yeah.
That would have been cute. This should be it. There it is.
Wow, that does a lot of damage, and good stuff to KDZ. He advances in the tournament, puts Taco Man in the losers.
Well, I'll respect Taco Man for coming out to Evo.
Yeah, just look at that line of players who are up to bat and tell me those are not all killers.
So on the matches, we're trying to get you at least one guy you know per match. Hopefully two, but at least one.
Yes.
There are just a ton of matches going on right now.
Oh man, are you serious? This match is going down. Oh man, poor Harji. So my boy Harji from NorCal, right? Who's a great guy, helps run TNT. He's a Keystone Psycho, so I've known him for a long time. He's a really cool guy. He really admires John Choi's style of Ryu, and he emulates himself after that. And
he's a Ryu player.
He is a Ryu player. Okay. And he is going up against Kino, and I think John and Kino have like this funny kind of like, they always run into each other in tournaments, like always, every tournament, right? So this is kind of an extension of that in some funny sense.
Okay, all right. Akino, in Street Fighter 4 and in earlier Street Fighter 4 was definitely one of the top players in the country. He had a Balrog that was amazing, and he did very, very well with him. Then he took a while off from the game. A good year at least.
Yeah, I hadn't seen him for a while.
And then just about the same time as Kai came back, like I was saying before, he came back. But he came back like he hadn't missed a beat at all. He came back to Wednesday Night Fights and won the first two, and then got second place at the third one.
That's amazing.
So he now plays Balrog and Adon. He's very competent with both. And he has, I guess, he's facing a Ryu opponent. He has a lot of experience against Alex Valle Ryu, one of the best.
Kino trains with some of the best players in the country, and it shows. His reactions, his spacing, his patience are really what defines him. And Harji is going to really try to play the Fireball War, and I think he's going to even go a little overboard with it.
Okay.
Because he knows Kino is a good player. And when you run into good players, you have this kind of like, okay, he's going to play respectfully, but does Kino respect Harji?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. I mean, Harji's good though, man. Like, he will not... he won't fall for, like, the cheap gimmicks, Like, he'll block an overhead punch.
Okay.
He'll block an overhead punch. If he gets hit by one, I'm going to be pissed. But he'll block one, man.
Well, that's one of the things about Evo is that, you have to give at least some respect to everybody. Like you were saying before in Street Fighter 4, that's how you start out.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, I guess we'll see how he does.
Yeah, very simply just crouching roundhouse, turnaround punches, and jump-ins.
Two things you need to know about Kino is that he has some of the best reactions in the country, and he has an amazing sense of footsies.
Oh, yeah. He's already playing disrespectfully. I could tell. I could tell.
He just did a random headbutt, yeah.
And he's just going for lots of jumps and stuff, and this is what I was worried about for Harji, is because he plays such a classical style. is that thinking outside of the box like this, you know, it's really going to hurt Harji. He'd actually prefer it if Kino played straighter. Oh!
Wow, really? That would have been. That was cool.
We have a lot of Balrogs in NorCal.
That was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, of course that was a DP, but...
Of course. But Kino's picking a great spot on screen. There's no jumping at this range from Harji, and any fireball is going to be an ultra.
Yeah, he's trying to bait Kino's reactions, but you're not going to test Kino's reactions with hitting dead buttons and Hadoukens with low kicks and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what that was. If you saw that stand short from Ryu, that's just trying to fake the opponent. What you do is you do the fireball motion, and then you press short rather than fireball. Nothing comes out other than that stand short, but you're trying to bait the opponent. If you're playing against somebody who has good reactions and wants to twitch.
Yes, it's exactly what it is, a counter to twitch reactions. But one of the key things that you left out is you hit that low kick hard.
Yeah.
You make it feel like it's a fireball. And Harji is just uppercutting. Kino is playing so disrespectfully that Harji's like, okay, I'm just going to fish for DPs now. Like, are you really going to throw the match away? This is the match he needs to gain the respect of Kino and be able to play his game.
Kino went low this time rather than the overhead. I think Harji was expecting the overhead again. But any crouching roundhouse right now from Rog is going to be a blocked into super maybe if he wants it.
Right, and that's a punish right there. Yeah. It didn't say reversal, I don't think. It might have. I wasn't paying attention, but either way, Kino was trying something, or Harji actually punished it either way. Good job by him. That was actually a very convincing round, which I'm surprised to see.
Yeah, it was really strong play. Harji playing cautiously to start out.
I think at this point he's kind of resigned himself. Like, I might eat a super for throwing one of these fireballs, but it's kind of the chance he's willing to take. And we know Kino's not going to let him focus attack. This is what Balrogs do to bait you to focus attack, is they get relentless with the dash punches.
Right. Oh, there you go. Yep. Blew up the focus.
But he did not have super for the punish, so smart by Harji on picking the spots on when he focuses that.
I really like how he's been playing in the first round. Maybe nervous, I don't know, but in the second and third round so far, he's been really strong.
Right. I just think he was surprised that he was getting disrespected like that. Okay. And I hate to say it, but Harji's used to getting disrespected. He's used to people trying to just beat him. Wow, Kino.
That's what I was saying. You cannot test it.
Every match, this guy always does it.
Hey, it's not called the Kino eye for nothing, dude.
Yeah, no kidding.
So he's basically a one blocked dash punch and then another dash punch into super away from chip damage stuff.
Yeah, and like we were saying, man, patience, reactions. That is a deadly pairing. Yeah,
that's it. And you see that was reaction. He stood at a range, or he focus dashed into a range where if Ryu threw a fireball, he had free jump.
Yeah, he's done, exactly.
Yeah. So nice job by Kino to close it out in that game.
And I think on paper, you know, this is a relatively fair-ish. I think it's Ryu's probably slight favor, like if you want to give it to anybody. But Kino, like we were saying, plays with the best, man. He plays with a lot of good Ryus. I know Killer Kai plays Ryu, Alex Vai plays Ryu, and all the other Shoto players out there. So he's not going to be surprised by anything. He's going to have to be outplayed. Doesn't look like it's happening.
No, and now he's got a very, very strong position. We saw Kane Blue River get to this position before against Sagat, and he wasn't able to capitalize, but Kino is one of the players who can.
Yeah, and he took, you know, almost 3/4 of Harji's health in that whole sequence in the corner.
But very smart of him to back up. He didn't press too hard. He knows he has a big life advantage, and he knows that Harji needs to make something happen, and if he's going to try to make it happen through fireballs, Kino's going to get a straight reaction ultra.
Yeah, you're right. That's why very smart backup. Just walking back, literally. Not down backing, like just walking back.
Right.
And it's easier to react while walking back, too.
Oh, he actually got baited. That really surprises me.
You're going to get an ultra here.
Ultra. Oh, well, okay. I guess he saves it for FADC. Oh, he could have made that big.
Yeah, he could have. You could actually see it hit and then input the Shoryuken. It's difficult, but if you're looking for it, which you should be with a medium crouching forward, that's what you do.
Right.
This is not over, though.
Chip death, though, he really has to worry about this.
Yeah, he's got to random DP. It didn't work out, though.
You just have to guess on the timing, and you know, he was probably trying. You could see he did a jump back just before then, maybe to guess. But
yeah, usually what most players do is they'll like neutral jump and then land DP. They're like the most basic type of way to guess. Kino with the early.
Oh man,
early lead. 50% gone from Harji. Man, I hope he likes losers bracket because it's coming.
Oh, keep it up? No, not quite. But nevertheless, Kino has a huge advantage. He has positional advantage too. This is a rough look for Harji.
Yeah, and Ryu's not really a comeback character. You know, he has a DPFA DC in him, but that's if they give it to him.
Right.
So.
And you can see Kino is nowhere near for that. He actually could have killed him if that had been focus dash toward. He would have been good. But I don't know. Does he just want the ultra kill? Is that what's going on right now?
Try and react to a fireball.
Oh, he could have done it.
Dash fireball, that'd be sick.
That's what he's trying. You can see he's backing up and then he does dash. And he's inputting the input part of the Ultra. And if he sees a fireball, he's going to press the punches and get right through.
Right. Rog could also armor cancel his EXs into Ultra too, which is interesting. Oh, he got him!
Oh, that's it. That's a free punish. Bop.
Wow, good punch, good reactions, everything. Kino is just on point today.
Yeah, very strong player. Kino takes it 2-0 over Harji.
Ryu's sweep is like, very punishable, but for some reason it goes so unpunished. I don't know why. And I knew like Geef was able to punish with like EX green hand and stuff, but you just would never see like people punish it. I don't know. It's one of those pokes. Oh wow, this is I guess we could say it's a NorCal versus NorCal now, but PR Balrog still loves his country, probably represents his country still, in many sense. So
NorCal Balrog.
Yeah,
he's on the right side of your screen there.
NorCal Balrog.
We just saw one of the strongest Balrogs, and now we have another one of the strongest Balrogs.
Yeah, who do you like between those Balrogs?
They have a little bit of a different style.
Yeah.
PR Rog is a little bit more offensive about it,
definitely.
and Kino is more mid-range reaction type of player. So I feel like they probably have different strengths and weaknesses.
I think if you asked a lot of players, though, they would say PR Balrog actually has better practical reactions. Like, Kino just looks so hard for that Ultra, I feel like.
That's true.
That sometimes his game will suffer because that's all he's looking for.
I mean, PR Rog is definitely one of the strongest players in the country, not just in this game, of course, but also in Marvel.
And anything he touches. And he's going against Julio, who's the NorCal Yun player. He played Yun in Third Strike. That's what he got really well known for. He went to SoCal, did very well versus all the SoCal Third Strike guys. So he's definitely been around in the scene. He's a diehard Yun fan.
Okay.
He didn't, he wasn't too happy when Yun took all the nerfs into 2012, but he dealt with it. And he didn't cry about it and jump ship like so many players did. So.
I don't feel like Yun is bad. I feel like he's still a pretty good character.
Yeah, he just doesn't hurt.
Is he the #1 character in the game anymore? No. But he's still good.
Yeah, just the way, like some of the sense, like I don't know. I wish he did more damage still as a character, but he definitely needed to be nerfed.
So have these two guys played before up in NorCal?
Oh well, yes, but they don't like play often with each other. They just run into each other at TNTs, and I think PR Balrog usually gets the better of them.
Okay. Nice spacing on that dash punch there.
Yeah, but this would be a huge statement for Julio if he came out in his first match and defeated PR Balrog, or second, whatever this is.
Oh, that'd be gigantic.
Yeah. And he is good, man. Like, you might see some crazy Genny Jin setups with him, which is Yun Super, where he goes into that install mode, and he gets, like, the shadows. He has, like, the most unique setups with it. It's really crazy.
One thing I'll say about PR Rog is that he almost never misses. Any stand jab is, like, into roundhouse, 90% accuracy, which is really impressive to hit confirm a stand jab like that.
I think he actually has one of the cross-tech and auto combos set up. Nice neutral jump roundhouse or fierce punch. I forget which one that is, but that's definitely going to be a good tool versus Yun. Jump back fierce, of course, as well. Standing medium kick and crouching fierce. All the ways you got to deal with dive kick.
Okay, here comes Julio. Nice. Oh, blown up, and he is going to use the Ultra. It's decent damage here, but really what that's about is a corner-to-corner carry, and now he has Julio all the way on the other side. Yeah, pretty wild, right? Like one corner to another. That is, people complain about the damage with that, but I mean, look what it just did. It's all about positioning. All about positioning. And Julio's just relentless with dive kicks. Messed up his dive kick right there. Maybe smelt a jump back fierce. Oh, PR Balrog is just too smart. Nice reaction. Oh, here we go. Oh, he can't get hit by anything. Yep. Neither one can get by hit. Oh, why that one? He could have EX punched at least. I guess there's a gap in EX punch. He's so respectful of PR Balrog's skills that he's trying to make everything airtight, which you know I respect. But you're gonna get punished. You basically gambled the whole match on one move. So PR Balrog won, but you know Julio had some signs of life at the end. Julio, I think, expecting a backdash there. Wow, here comes it. This is the more offensive style I was talking about of Balrog. Very counter-hit heavy style that PR Balrog has. Nice mash ultra right there. You gotta mash in those spots, man. You laugh, but you do it too. Oh, I totally do it too. Yeah. But PR Rog, you know, even though he took some damage there, I almost feel like that's good for him because now he knows that there's mashed ultra potential. Yeah. And he ended up taking the round, but now he comes away with more information than he had before, which is going to be really useful. I think you could do those scummy like setups where you do like counter hit roundhouse, then walk back. Yeah, wait. And then you just mash ultra and you get like a full jumping. You feel like the worst, man. Those are brutal. Those are like you just got exposed like, in every sense of the word. You don't even want to shake hands and you get hit by that, you know? All right, so finally Julio getting the start of the match offense. PR Balrog just fights out of everything though, like so perfectly. I feel like every button he hits is like thought out. All right, can he get any good pressure here? No.
Going for the safe stuff.
Okay, nice reactions.
Right
Ooh,
wow.
Got a stun on that.
Something you don't see very often with Yuns anymore. And the mix-up after. Wow, beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. I really like that series.
That was good. It was a late throw. He wanted to make sure there was no headbutts or anything fishy coming. He did cross up, too, so there'd be no, EXs. There's that standing medium punch. They did nerf the hitbox from last version, but it's still a very good anti-air. Especially for somebody like Rog, where his vertical hitbox doesn't extend too low.
Rog with the life lead, just looking for dash punches.
Yep.
Oh, got super.
That was beautiful. That was a thing of beauty right there.
He knew exactly the range to press that crouching strong, and all he was doing was buffering the crouching strong into a dash punch. So if he hit the stand roundhouse, he would get a dash punch, and if he didn't hit the stand roundhouse, there would be no dash punch. It would just be the crouching strong. So he knew the range perfectly. That's somebody who has excellent spacing.
Man, that was really pretty. Yeah, I'd love to see that. PR Barog is just a good Street Fighter player, and you know what all these like top players all have in common is their spacing is just like immaculate. And that's like my favorite. That's my favorite thing to watch. So it was great.
Me too. Me too.
All right, so it looks like, if I saw that right,
it's Momochi.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah,
okay,
it's EG Momochi.
That's what I thought.
Coming up to play. I'm not sure who his opponent is, but
I didn't want to say it was Momochi and it ended up being like Fudo, and I would just be called out.
He's got the EG thing on.
Yeah, well, I thought, oh yeah, you're right. I can't really see because this Asus monitor is like completely blocking his head from my vision, but there we go. Now I can see him.
There it is.
Yeah.
So Momochi has done really well when he's come to the United States. He won Season's beatings. And then he got second place at CEO just a few weeks ago.
Just to
Justin. Yep. Yeah. So he's a very strong player. He uses Cody. He's really the only high-level Cody who goes to tournaments.
Yes, I agree. Well, we do have Harrison, one of my boys from Southtown, so I got to give him a shout-out.
All right,
he's at this tournament. He's a great Cody player. Might see him later. But I agree, he's really the only like upper echelon kind of like player winning stuff with Cody.
Right. I feel like Cody's a strong character. I thought he was strong in the last game, and then he got buffed a little bit, and some of his bad matchups got a little bit worse. So
oh man,
he's a strong character. You just don't see him that often.
You don't. I don't know why either. He's interesting too. He's strong. He's interesting. He's fun. The problem is walk speed is so slow. It's like, man, you could just lose matches to one-button characters.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about how important spacing and space control is, and he has great buttons that can control space at certain ranges. Unfortunately, he's just not that great at getting into those ranges because of his walk speed.
Yeah, I agree, man. And that's kind of what...
That's really his only liability. Well, that and Wake Up are his only liabilities.
Yeah, his Wake Up's not that good, but he has stuff. It's like saying it's like the people who say Viper's Wake Ups aren't good. I'm like, of course her defense isn't great, but look, you have all this stuff you can guess with. You know?
I don't think it's that bad.
I don't think it's that bad either, man. I just think Viper players love to complain about Vipers. But and Cody players, they all complain about his Wake Ups, but he actually does have pretty bad Wake Ups.
Yeah,
There's some stuff he has. EX Criminal Upper, EX Zonk.
Yeah.
His backdash is terrible, so you're probably not going to be seeing a lot of that. Really, it's just counter hit setups for days.
Yeah, that's what he's about. Is in some matchups he wants to zone a little bit with rocks and whatnot, but for the most part he wants to get in there and press buttons.
Yeah.
And if he sees any of them hits, he's going to take off a whole grip of life and deal a whole bunch of stun.
Oh man, and does it hurt? Like every time you eat a counter hit Fierce Punch up close, expect half your health to be gone and next hit to stun you.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's kind of like the beauty of Cody, is like he's this really kind of like calculated, slow character, but when he gets in and kind of puts you on a good read, like you pay for it, you know, and you have to, it's like you respect it when he gets you too.
Yeah.
So he's a very honest character.
So his opponent is Quang. I'm not sure where he's from or who he plays. It might be Faye. Oh no, because he pressed random. This is just buttons.
Yeah, they're just gonna make sure everything's working.
But it's like jab works.
Yeah. Well, you're halfway there in this game, but I mean, he'll definitely be playing Cody. Who Quang plays, I am not sure.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
Nor are we sure where he's from or anything. So,
apologies if you're one of Quang's friends.
Right, but like I'm gonna be saying that like tonight, tomorrow. Yeah. Like, sorry if I don't know this guy. So just
just blanket apologies.
Exactly. I'm just sorry. Like I'm sorry, stream. But
there you see a shot of the crowd and of the hall.
Filipino champ waving at us. He is up to bat too. It looks like after a couple matches.
Yeah, I see Fudo. Looks like he's gonna be up next. I see Kino after that. Then there's Filipino champ. Oh, versus Weirdo Neo. That's right. They're in the same pool.
Man, Filipino champ, like, he's got some crazy pools. And tomorrow, I'm crossing my fingers I get to commentate his pool with nobody else but Deus Ex.
Yeah, well, his Deus Ex's first round is Deus Ex X-Ray.
Yeah, wow.
So
that
good luck.
Pool.
That's a serious pool. And then after that, I see Mean Saltine is going to be, after that, I don't know who's going to be playing.
Man, there's so many. This is so cool. Like, you know, you're used to going to like a major, and like the first like 6 hours you're on the mic is kind of a lot of, I don't know this guy. We're just gonna, you know, this is like every match is like top 8. It's so dope. All right, so he does play Guy.
Okay.
This should be an interesting final fight match right here.
Yeah, man, the battle of old friends.
Yeah.
That was definitely an unsafe sweep. Momochi knows the ranges. He knows what to punish. Oh, he was lucky that he got that crouching short in there because he was just about to lose a ton of life.
Right. I don't know how many Guy players there are in Japan. I know Kiryu Tsukahime is a very good one, though. I used to watch him when I was into Guy. So I got to imagine he does have Guy practice.
I'm sure he does. And you can see he backdashed just before this series. He backdashed to just outside of sweep range and had the punish on sweep. Exactly.
Yeah.
So he knows where he's supposed to be standing. Like we've been saying, he's not that great in walk speed, so he's picking a spot on screen and fighting for it, and he's done a great job of it so far.
Kind of just stand there, you know, and be like, look, I'm not going to be moving around much, so I'm going to fight you right here. Let's go.
He has great buttons. They really have strong hitbox. Wow, he got back strong on the other side.
Yeah, he didn't. You can't auto-correct that, so he really just waited.
That's amazing.
Yeah. He is going to back strong. He knows that's the answer for all Guy's jump-ins. This Guy player should really be buffering slide, command dash slide from his standing medium punch, and then just kind of play the footsie game. But he really wants to maul Momochi.
Yeah, he had a chance for meaty pressure, and then all he did was walk up.
This guy is a button hitter. He needs to relax. I know you don't want to play footsies with like such a high caliber player like Momochi, but just look at his character. Oh, great combo right there. Has him into a corner.
Oh, he knew it. Momochi was just bringing it out. He couldn't have FADC'd that. He didn't have enough meter, so I don't think it was OS because I didn't see a jump attack. He just did it.
Yeah. He might try to hit a jump short in there, but did it too late.
Oh, yeah, maybe
so
he just
landed. Yeah. But it was definitely just a hard read. Oh, man, just caked him.
Dude, it's that reaction right there to know that that's going to hit. You have to input that follow-up really early.
Yeah, that was one of the psychic ones. There's the counter hits. This is what a Guy should be doing, is really just kind of picking his spots. Don't guess with, guessing with Guy is such a bad idea.
Well, one of the things about Cody that you have to respect is that 3-frame, very fast crouching short with big range. It's one of the fastest and best ranged low normals.
Yeah.
So if you're spacing your slide at all, you're done.
Ooh, this is the final. He's going to get a dizzy right here. This Guy player really needs to sit down a little more.
Oh, he's trying to be fancy about it?
This might bite him.
We'll see. Again, very light meaty pressure. And if you're not doing a good job of making the opponent make bad guesses on his own wake up as Guy, it's going to be rough.
That's the battle right there but here's how I feel like, when I see other guys play, they're not jumping as much. They're staying on the ground. It's really standing medium punch. That is almost his whole game. Crouching fierce, crouching medium, use the anti-airs, and reaction slides, EX runs.
Yeah,
but the jumping, the running, it's too risky.
Right.
Punish.
Again. I don't think he's had one of those that's been spaced correctly.
Yeah, basically what he's doing, he's just putting the game in Momochi's ballpark, saying like, now all you have to do is react.
You see that setup right there? What are you gonna do about that? Not a whole lot.
Almost those corner mix-ups are just too strong. Like, you can't get into a corner in this game, or else you're risking losing like half your health.
Yeah, and at this point, when so many characters have ambiguous cross-up setups or just straight-up unblockable setups, I mean, sometimes you just can't get knocked down.
Yeah, I really feel like there's a lot of characters in this game, probably like 4 or 5, maybe even more, that when you get knocked down, it's kind of like cross your fingers and hope for the best.
Yeah. So thanks to Mad Catz, of course, they're here as they're always at major fighting game community events. You can go to madcatzstore.com, use Evo coupon code EVO60 to get $100 for the sticks on the left and $140 for the stick on the right. That's $60 off, folks. Go take advantage of that. Going to be around until July 10th. Yeah, and you can get $20 off the fight pad, too, with Evo20 if you want to go ahead and get one of those, of course, at madcatzstore.com. I have a fight pad. Actually, I have one of the other Mad Catz sticks, too. One of the Mad Catz sticks lasted me, it's lasted me like 3 years now, so. Yeah, me too. Those things last, man. And you can throw them when you get mad, and they'll be fine, so. Believe me, I know that. Yeah. I'm well acquainted with that. I actually have a pad. For a while, I was trying to pick up pads, seriously. Yeah, I remember, because you had some hand issues. Yeah, so. Yeah. That's what I use. I use the, I do, too. Do you play, like this? No, I was just trying thumbs. Oh, I was trying thumbs. You're a scumbag. I hate you. What? Dude, come on. You're an arcade player. You're not playing like this? Dude, what am I picking up pad for if I'm going to be playing it stick style? I don't understand how people can play that way. Like, that totally limits the way, like, everything you could do, I feel like. I know some players who literally can't do, like, they're great pad players and they just literally can't do certain things. I mean, they have different strengths and weaknesses, right? Yeah, I guess.
movement is way easier on pad, I feel like. You could play like a hyper level of footsies on pad.
Yep.
Like micro footsies that you can't do on a stick.
Or if you're a grappler player, it's a little easier to hit some of those setups.
That's why we see so many like pad geefs just come out and like, out of nowhere when it was like, 2011. People were used to the game and then it was like, boom, here we go.
I remember thinking back in the day that Geef was one of the players that you could not play with controller because we were all like 360 on a pad. No way. But then it turns out to be way easy.
Oh yeah. And then you see Vance with the walking 720s.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
Exactly. So up next we have the Evo2K12 champion Fudo.
Wow.
Out here again to try to run it back, and he definitely is a very strong player. He's going to be running that phase still.
I mean, coming back and doing it year to year would be an amazing achievement, but as I glance at the audience and all the people, I see Infiltration, I see Ita. You see all these players, and you're like, I don't know, this year is going to be so tough.
I haven't even bothered to try to predict the top 8 or the top 16. Like, I haven't tried to guess, like, a quarter of the top 32.
It's so much easier to predict Marvel right now, and that's crazy.
I think they're... I haven't tried with either one. Let me just say that. I think they're both crazy.
I mean, for such a chaotic game, I almost feel more confident in my top 8 picks for Marvel.
Okay. So it's AJS against the Evolution 2011 champion, who managed to defeat Latif in the grand finals, if you recall. It was a great set.
Yeah, the backdash ultra he landed, man.
Yep, he beat Pumko as well.
Yep.
With option select ultra, if you recall, which is crazy stuff.
Yeah, Fudo is just amazing play. This guy has all his grounds covered with his character, but his character did get nerfed since last year.
He's a little worse, but like
still
you were saying before,
5.
still top 5
still
for
top
sure.
5.
And he's one of these players who has amazing reactions. I remember him saying what his biggest strength was. It's his reaction game.
Right. I mean, he is a virtual fighter player primarily, and I know reactions go very high in that game. So.
Yeah.
Any kind of skill like you get it develop in a game like Virtual Fighter is gonna pull you leaps and bounds in any other game you learn. So
I've always said it's so useful to learn multiple games because each game teaches you a different thing.
Oh, definitely, man. I mean, I'm learning Tekken right now, and some of the aspects of that game, like just backdashing more than once. I know that sounds funny, but it's like a valuable tactic in Street Fighter 4 that not a lot of people do. But Fudo is just going to work versus AJS.
Oh, is he going to try to react? Oh, okay, I thought he was going to be really fancy about it.
We're trying to react ultra to a dash punch or something? Yeah, that'd be nice. He could do it, too.
I'm sure he could.
And that's a slow ultra. It's the first round of Fudo. Again, we talked about this match earlier, theoretically, but it never ended up happening because Skunchin ended up going with Sagat. But it's definitely in Fei Long's favor. Balrog could win it, but he's got to be smart.
Yeah, Fei gets to punish important things like crouching roundhouse and a misspaced dash punch, and those are really there you go. There's the punish.
That's brutal. When you can do that to a Balrog player, that neuters their game plan. Like that's tough.